I'm gonna give you a little interview. Well, I'm gonna start you off with a question that I've already answered. Tell us, or well, me, about yourself.
So, as Mike already said, my name's Preston, and I have been making music since, I don't know, I think I started taking guitar lessons like October in 2018. So, almost 2 years now I've been really getting into music. And over quarantine, I thought, well, this sucks. And I was like, let's do what I love doing. Let's make music.
How many years have you been a YouTuber overall?
I started making YouTube videos in 2016. I used to pretend to make YouTube videos at my friend's house, and we would just play video games and just commentate over it. And it was just a lot of fun, so I thought, well, maybe I should just do this for real. So I started making YouTube videos, and I went through a lot of different phases, as you heard if you haven't seen the part 1 of the documentary series, go check it out.
I would like to know, because I don't know, and I'm sure the audience wants to know, every channel name that you went by.
I used to play Minecraft all the time. I was Happy Miner 28, and then I went through the Infinity Skull phase, which is when I started my YouTube channel. The way that I spelled Infinity Skull was with a C, because that's how I thought you're supposed to spell it, but it's actually spelled with a K. But everyone was like, wow, that's cool spelling, and I'm like, well, that's just a normal word. And when I found out it wasn't, I was like, and then Hoodwinked, and now Preston S. And I think this name is here to stay.
Agreed. When did you begin your music industry? Music stuff?
Yeah, so when I started music, as I said, I started guitar. At first, I didn't want to do it because I had been through band, and I did not like band at all. So I was invited to Micah's birthday, and we went to this arcade, and it was just so much fun.
Old school pinball and arcade.
Yeah.
Best place in Iowa. Let's go.
It is awesome. But I went there, and Micah's dad is the worship director at our church, and he's like really good at everything music. And so we played Guitar Hero, and I beat him because instead of like playing the guitar like this, he accidentally clicked the wrong button and switched it to this. So he was playing the left-handed guitar, and that really messed him up. So that's probably the only reason that I beat him. And I was like, I want to be a rock star. I can do this. If I can beat this guy, I mean, how hard can guitar be? And it was pretty tricky.
It's different than just different colored buttons, right?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I kind of fell in love with rock music, 80s rock, 70s, 80s rock. Then we had a choir concert. Me and this other kid, Jacob, were doing the guitar for, I think it was Journey. We were doing a medley of like 5 of their biggest songs. That moment when I stepped out and started playing, when I did that guitar solo, I was like, I know that I want to do this. I want to perform, I want to make music.
Who or what is your biggest influence?
Oh, definitely, hands down, Juice WRLD. So we were going to the pool, and he's like, yo, dude, I found this guy. I bet you'll like his music. And so he plugs in the aux cord and plays it, and as soon as that guitar starts playing, I just start smiling. I'm like, this song is good. And then the bass drops and he starts rapping, and I was like, oh man, this guy's amazing. And I had that song on repeat for probably a year, and I still listen to it all the time. It's definitely my favorite song. His music, he's so genuine and just raw, and he just says what's on his mind, and I really admire that, and I try to mimic that and show that in my music.
If you could ask any music artist anything, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
Ooh, that is good. I would definitely I'd talk to Juice WRLD, because most influential person. How does it feel to know that you've changed the world?
Do you find inspiration in your fans?
Yeah, so whenever I get a comment on a YouTube video or a message from anyone, my friends, any fans that I have, it's weird to say fans, like thinking that you have your own fans, that's crazy. It just really motivates me, because they see what I put out and they say that they like it, and that just makes me want to do it more and more. But definitely it does get tough sometimes, so it's great to have those people motivating you to keep going.
How do you create music?
I'll get this idea in my head, and it can be anything from like a little melody for me to sing, or I'll be playing guitar and I just find something that I really like. Okay, my phone, I'm using my phone to record this, but the Notes app, I could just swipe and swipe for probably like a minute, and it would just, I have so many ideas in there. But then it goes into making a beat, and there's so much that goes into that. There's different styles, and I need to make a video where I break down how I make beats, because I could, again, be talking here for 20 minutes. After I make the beat, I will go into my studio, my bedroom studio, and I will record the vocals, and I won't necessarily like put them with the beat right away. I'll just record them, get a bunch of good takes, and then go back and mix and master it and get it all sounding good. And then boom, there you go, you got a song.
What's the best part about writing and recording?
Okay, so the best part about writing is you just get to tell your story. I will write songs all the time that just are completely awful, but it's just almost like a therapy almost. It's like journaling, but more difficult. So you just really write whatever's on your mind, and it's just really relaxing. And if I get something that I really like, as I said, I'll turn it into a song. Just kind of the whole process is really cool, but the best part really is when you get this like certain like sentence or two that you really like, and you just like attack it, and it's just amazing. That's the best.
Actually, I just want to say what you said about music being a kind of a therapy session. Yeah. That reminds me a lot about NF for some reason.
Yes, I don't even have a CD player anymore. That thing broke like a long time ago. But NF is definitely one of my biggest influences. I can't believe I forgot about him, but he does have an album called Therapy Session. So that's probably what you thought of.
Do you still find part of your future as an editor, or not as much as music?
Definitely. When I first started making videos, I kind of didn't like editing, but then once I actually got editing software that was actually good, I really started loving it, because it's another way that you can express yourself and like really show off your own style. So music videos are a huge way. One of my big inspirations is Cole Bennett, because he makes really awesome music videos, and I love how he adds like the animated stuff.
How do you think God has changed your life in the last 6 months?
So many things. Like, this quarantine has been crazy, so definitely I would say God has opened so many doors, but also shut the ones that I don't need to go back into. Especially friendships that really didn't work out or weren't really real friends definitely have been shut, so I don't need to even worry about that anymore. But this whole music thing, this whole quarantine has really given me time that I can focus on this and really just grow a lot.
Found the spider. Give me a second.
Micah.
Oh.
What the heck? Did you kill it?
No, I fell off a broken swivel chair. What would you tell the young Infinity Skull posting his first video all those years ago if you could tell him anything?
You're gonna have quite a crazy life, and lots of unexpected things will happen, but never stop doing what you love. That's what I would tell myself.